Planning applications can feel like a confusing and stressful process. But what if I told you that in some cases, you can alter, extend, or convert your home without planning permission? Sounds great. So what are these cases? And of course, what are the T&Cs attached to them? As an example, let me take this semi-detached house to explore all the possibilities with you and show you how to do it right. This video is part of a series to cover all the possibilities of building without planning permission. If you are interested to know more, make sure to follow this channel. Now let's dive in. In the UK, homeowners can improve and extend their homes without needing planning permission if they stay within certain limits and conditions. This is known as Permitted Development Rights, or PDrights for short. This property is a typical semi-detached house, like those you find across the UK. The boundary is defined by the party wall shared with a neighbour and by the front, rear, and side boundary lines or fences. The principal elevation in planning terms is typically the front of the house that faces the highway and has the main entrance. So, what can we add to it? A single-story rear extension is one of the most straightforward and popular options. It lets you to extend deeper into your garden to create a larger open-plan kitchen or additional rooms. For this house, we could extend up to 3 meters from the rear wall. This applies to semi-detached and terraced houses, or 4 meters for detached houses. The maximum roof height is 4 meters, but if the extension is within 2 meters of a boundary, which is the case here, the maximum eaves height is 3 meters. That gives us options like a flat roof at 3 meters, or a single or a double-pitched roof slopes from 4 meters to 3 meters. If 3 meters simply isn't enough for you, you can extend up to 6 meters for a semi-detached and terraced house, or even 8 meters for a detached house under PDrights. But there is a catch. For these larger extensions, you need to submit a prior approval application before starting any work. Prior approval allows your council to assess the potential impacts of your proposal and how to mitigate them earlier on. Therefore, the council will notify your neighbors to see if they have any lawful objections. One of the main objections may be their loss of daylight caused by your development. In my last video, I explained how to use the 45-degree and 25-degree rules to quickly test for this issue. Compared to planning applications, which can be accepted and rejected by your council's own unique criteria, prior approval is simpler and cheaper, and your project can only be judged against fixed legal requirements. Okay, as you can see, there are a lot we could do under the PDrights for just a single-story rear extension. For this typical semi-detached house, this could add 18 to 36 square meters of space without planning permission. That's a lot of potential. As mentioned earlier in the video, there are T&Cs attached to the PDrights. Let's break them down. PDrights only apply to common projects for houses, not to flats, maisonettes, or other buildings. PDrights do not apply to listed buildings, and is removed or partially removed for a building within a conservation area, or other Article 4 direction enforced areas. This information is available on your council's website. The combined footprint of all extensions cannot exceed 50% of the total area of land around the original house. The original house refers to how it is originally or has been since July 1st, 1948. It's worth checking if there are previous extensions, either under PDrights or planning permission, because that will count towards your PD allowance. The external materials used for the extension must match or be similar in appearance to the original house, such as roof tiles, bricks or render facade, windows and doors. While you don't need planning permission for a project under PDrights, obtaining a lawful development certificate is highly recommended. Think of it like a gas safety certificate. It's a legal document that proves your development is lawful. This is especially important when selling your property, as a buyer's solicitor will likely request it, though it may seem contradictory to the purpose of the PDrights. Rest assured that the council cannot reject your application if your project complies with PDrights. Plus, it's much simpler and cheaper than a full planning application. Now that we have the basics of the single-story rear extension under PDrights covered, you can see they come with a lot of potential, but also some limitations. If you are unsure about any aspect, feel free to leave us a comment. Thanks for watching and see you next time.